everyone, Sean here from Taconic Gardening. Today I just wanted to introduce you to the space and the project I'm working on. Currently we are on the south end of the garden, facing out east from that direction, and we have about 25 to 30 feet over here, which has some larger trees, some smaller trees, and a bunch of brush we're going to be chipping up. And essentially this is the part of the garden I want to get done for the spring, is have these larger trees, a service come in, cut them down, me clear what I can, mill up what I can, and open up this huge expanse to the south facing part of the property where we'll build some raised beds. And one thing we're going to need to do is install an electric fence around the property. There is a lot of animal pressure here, whether it be bears, there's high deer pressure here, as well as raccoons and rabbits and groundhogs and really anything and everything, unfortunately. So that's been one of the big projects, is to get down the trees that I can, mill up what I can, and dry out enough boards to cut down into fence posts to build, you know, an electric fence around this property. You know, if I can get that done this year, I'll be pretty happy. I feel like anything else along the way is all going to be a plus. I do plan to, you know, have enough wood milled to build a large number of raised beds, and I have a number of plants here at the house already to get over here in a new space, being 2 apricot trees, 5 blueberry bushes, and around 10 each blackberries and raspberries that have been here when we moved in about 2 years ago. So I think they'll do much better in the space that has adequate sunlight and can be monitored a little easily. Behind us here we see some wood that's being milled, wood waiting to be milled. Far behind me, I don't know if you can see it, is a compost pile that I started maybe 2 years ago. It probably hasn't gotten the love it deserved, but I have, you know, checked up on it from time to time, being sure to, you know, add some new, you know, green material and brown material, and it's kind of tucked in for winter now, buried under some leaves and some pumpkins from Halloween on there. And also back there is a huge fire pit, or fire barrier, I should say, that I built to burn some of the branches that I've already cut down. And all those stones are just what's on the property, and, you know, that's not even all the stones. I'm sure I'll be pulling more stones out of this immediate space. But yeah, you know, I built this channel to kind of, you know, document me going through this process, and I've enjoyed some other people on YouTube's process. There's one, I think it's Bam Bass Fishing, where he builds a 5-acre pond. Obviously this is not on that ground scale, but you know, after going to school in New York City and living around the metropolitan area, this is the first time I've really had to kind of put all my plans in motion and kind of you know, make everything work. So it's been a lot of work, but it's been fulfilling, and it's been fun along the way, which I think is the most important part. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how I make out with my timeline, and I think, you know, I'll have plenty of time, especially now with the wood down. I have a good head start on 10-foot boards drying already to be made into fence posts. So I think, you know, the big task is going to be more than achievable this year, and, you know, we should really get a lot of fun done. It's just the whole process is a process. You know, you have all these trees that need to come down, and then you need to clean them up and break them down and move everything. I mean, I have a couple cords of firewood stacked here on the south side of the property that I'll move again. I'm sure that fire area, all those rocks will have to get moved, even the pile that's not in there. I will probably move the compost pile and make it better, and put it in some of those pallet bays that people build. It's just a matter of having the time to do that, but that's kind of the plan with that. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to my space and kind of see where I'm at along the process. And, you know, we really are starting, you know, ground zero. I really did start this a little bit in the previous year. I've taken down some trees, but I've been, you know, developing myself, you know, taking care of some things career-wise to make sure I have the time and the funds to go ahead with a project like this. And that's another thing too. I mean, as fun as this project is, it's kind of taken me years to even get to this stage. I mean, maybe not so much with everything, but I think everything that's going to help me along the way. I have amassed a ton of hand tools over the past 2 years. I have a number of certain power tools. I have chainsaws. I've kind of worked out in my town that I'll be able to, you know, rent a wood chipper for, let's say, $200 a day, where, you know, I don't have to pay an extra expense of having a company come in. I can do some things. So there's definitely been a lot of thought process and everything, you know, coming into this, and some deciding factors. But, you know, all the wheels are in motion, and it really should be a fun couple months. You know, hopefully you'll join me and comment, and if you have ideas or things that, you know, might be helpful, I'd appreciate that. Please, you know, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I appreciate it. Have a good one.